Welcome to MLG Weekly, your source for the most in-depth coverage in the world of competitive gaming. On this week's show, we have breaking news on Naniniwa Thorzain competing in this month's GSL tournament in Korea. We also catch up with our own JP McDaniel after his visit to Blizzard headquarters, the home of StarCraft.
It's a little more challenging for us, but we're working it out.
We profile four-time Halo National Champion Ogre 2. We've got another killer match of the week with an ending you won't believe, and a first look at the new Duke Nukem game from your boy Nexy. All this and more coming your way right now on the Weekly. There's big news coming out of the StarCraft world this week. Two of the top players are going to Korea. That's right, Naniniwa Thorzain have been given Code A status and are going to compete in this month's GSL event. As part of the agreement between Major League Gaming and the GSL, MLG will take 4 selected players from the GSL and place them into their competitions. Most recently, top Korean StarCraft player and Terran Master, MMA, took home the crown in Columbus. On the other side, the GSL has agreed to give the winner of any MLG event Code S status. The top 3 international players at the event, not counting the winner, will be given Code A status for the next upcoming GSL event. Achieving Code S and Code A is based on points awarded for progress made in the GSL. Code S is a superior rank to Code A, with Code S tournaments being more prestigious. Naniniwa and Thorzain have accepted the invitation and will be participating in the GSL Code A competition. In addition to playing in the individual competition, they will be part of the GSTL, the Team League. Naniniwa and Thorzain have agreed to join up with Korean team We Made Fox for the competition, calling themselves Team F United. Naniniwa, aka Johan Lucchesi, is 21 years old and hails from Skåne, Sweden. He's part of Team Dignitas and plays Protoss. He took first place at the MLG event in Dallas with 24 straight victories against only 2 losses to take the crown. But Naniniwa wasn't done there. He went on to take second place in the TSL3, losing to future GSTL teammate Thorzain 4-3 in the finals. Marcus Ikloff, better known as Thorzain, is 20 years old and lives in Stockholm, Sweden. He's part of Team Mousesports and plays Terran. Thorzain took first place in the TSL3 tournament in March, beating several top Korean players, including Fruit Dealer and MC, who as you know took third place in Columbus. MLG's own JP McDaniel recently visited the Blizzard headquarters in Irvine, California to discuss all things StarCraft and grab exclusive interviews with 2 of the biggest names in the business. First, he probes Blizzard's lead designer Dustin Browder on what we can expect from the upcoming Heart of the Swarm expansion and what it's like to design a game that centers around the Zerg.
JP McDaniel here for MLG. I'm joined by Dustin Browder and David Kim. Of course, we're here at the Heart of the Swarm reveal in Blizzard HQ in Irvine, California. Now, talk to me about Heart of the Swarm. You guys just announced we got to play 2 levels here today, and kind of how that process has gone thus far.
Well, we're working really hard to try to make Heart of the Swarm this very Zergy, epic experience that's hopefully fundamentally different from the kind of experience you played through in Wings of Liberty.
Now, let's talk about some of these changes you guys have made to the campaign. Of course, in the Wings of Liberty campaign, you did have the unit upgrades and things like that, but seems like with the Zerg upgrades, you guys are really focusing on this evolve type thing where Zerglings can turn into a new unit, you can have Banelings explode and 2 more pop out of that. What are some of these other things that some of the other units might have, and how many units really are you guys going to do? Is it going to be every Zerg unit that can have an upgrade like this?
I don't know how many units we're going to do at this point. We're still working through the whole campaign trying to figure it out. We are going to try to ultimately reduce the amount of units you have at one time. We felt that in Wings of Liberty, with 20 different choices, in many cases there was one correct choice, and the other unit was just sort of hanging out in your UI, not getting used. So we're going to try to bring down the number of choices at once, but then at the same time give you more choices about how to evolve. The hope is that your swarm looks fundamentally different from my swarm at the end of the game, both in how it plays and how it looks physically on the battlefield.
Obviously, new units are going to come. A lot of people want to see these. And when you design these units, right now you're still in the single-player phase of designing and things like that. So when do those really start to take on a more multiplayer feel to them?
We're working really hard right now on the multiplayer units for Heart of the Swarm, and we're trying to figure out what we can add that's new, that doesn't sort of get in the way of other units, maybe what units need improvement, and maybe some of the units aren't good enough and need to go. So we're looking sort of across the board and trying to figure out what the right mix is and what the right way to do this is. But as you can imagine, The game balance is going pretty well for us right now. It's playing pretty well. We really don't want to mess it up. So we're trying to be very, very careful and very strategic in the choices we make.
Is Kerrigan going to be the main focus, really, of this expansion in terms of who you're going to be playing every mission? Are you guys going to do any kind of side missions where you play as a Terran and you play as the Protoss? What's really going on there?
Well, Kerrigan is definitely the main focus of this game. And whether we do any Protoss missions or Terran missions, we're still trying to figure out. Obviously, Jim Raynor is friends with Zeratul. Zeratul shows up and gives him a crystal and tells him to see his visions. That makes sense. Kerrigan doesn't have a lot of friends. She's really alone in this universe. Everybody hates and fears her. No one would ever willingly put themselves under her command. So it's a little more challenging for us, but we're working it out. We're trying to see what we can do. We know there's a need. We know there's an urge for that kind of breakup in the campaign. It was a lot of fun for us to work on those missions in Wings of Liberty. So I don't know for sure yet, but it's certainly we're definitely going to be working on for Heart of the Swarm.
We'll have more from JP and his exclusive with Blizzard's David Kim on next week's show. In the meantime, check out this week's Top 10. It takes us back to Columbus and the world of StarCraft 2. In this week's countdown, we take a look at the best plays from one of the most action-packed events in MLG history.
For not being a planetary.
Zera trying to counter up into the top left, but MMA attacking his main right now, and Baneling hitting very much damage there, but he needs to do a little bit more. So many Red Marines with almost no health in that group right now.
He's attacking, yes, he needs to the upper left, destroying his economy. A drop over here, again with the spawning pool.
And MMA is everywhere. Zera even bringing his gold drones up. That's when you really know you're in trouble, and it looks like we may be seeing a GG.
GG.
At number 9, we have Idra upsetting MC in Friday's pool play.
Stalkers are all at essentially maximum health, but there's the push again. The Immortals get caught off guard. He blinks up. He tries to pick off the these guys, the Infestors, but in the meantime, there's still a huge amount of units from OGS MC. We're seeing units burrowing underneath all of those force fields. MC trying to use blink control, trying to use those Immortals to get in a good position. The Immortals get taken out. Idra sprinting forward. An insane, aggressive game, but Idra appears to be coming up on top, and there's the good game.
Oh my gosh.
At number 8, we got Naniniwa dancing early with the Zealots before seeing the Dark Shrine
to perform. It looks like the Dark Shrine is 15 seconds from finishing, but will it be enough? Will Naniniwa get some sort of defense? He's dancing! The Zealots are dancing! Naniniwa celebrating a little too soon! He didn't see the Dark Shrine!
Oh my gosh!
At number 7, there's more dancing. This one coming from Major as he beats In Control.
Void Rays will come back. He'll probably warp in a few more units and try to stop this. Stealing the last minerals. He loves the insult
Making
deals.
him dance!
Oh!
Making the Marines dance!
At number 6, we got Lucira with some incredible Baneling drops.
The Stalkers, they will have to blink away. Force fields do it now, but here come the Banelings.
Force fields getting thrown down, but Banelings getting dropped, annihilating the Colossus. Every kind of Zerg unit overrunning the natural. The probes get destroyed. Lucira takes game 1.
At number 5, we have TLO cracking us up. He knows he's going to lose the game, but he goes out with a bang. Check out this incredible nuke against In Control. At number 4, TLO is back, this time against Lucira.
Bad.
Oh my.
He's moving out. He's closing in. He scans.
Oh, that is too many Banelings.
There's not so many.
Too many
Banelings.
Too many Banelings coming
Here
down.
he
And
comes.
these are going to destroy absolutely everything. There is just a green wave of death.
It
looks
looks like
a tsunami of
Nickelodeon
Banelings.
Gak over here.
Oh my.
They're going to go all the way. And that's
GG.
easy. Liquid TLO has no other option but to tap out with a GG.
At number 3, we got Chef using the Infestor to neuroparasite Kiwikaki's mothership. At number 2, it's one of my favorite plays from the tournament. It's Moon's Baneling landmines.
There are so many Baneling landmines right now, Tasteless.
Oh!
Absolutely sick. And the Mutas will clean up everything else.
And at number 1, you knew it was coming. It's Idra versus MMA in the winter semis.
Back go. I'm not sure he's taken out.
Oh no! Oh my goodness, MMA! Oh! Marcus, that is also not a good use of a third command center.
No, it is not. No, it is not.
Igor now streaming forward with Zerglings, Mutas, everything is overrunning the scores by MMA. Wait, what?
I hope you enjoyed our first ever StarCraft Top 10. Make sure to check out MLG.tv for more awesome StarCraft action. Here on the Weekly, we like to get you as close to the action as possible. This week, we give you a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes to put on an MLG event.
What's up, guys? Shibby here. I'm back in the production area, and I'm going to give you guys a little tour behind-the-scenes action. So let's go. This right here is the Call of Duty Black Ops area. Nexy, the man, the myth, the legend right there. He's directing the Call of Duty Black Ops stream. So it's my man Don.
Hey, what's going on?
He's on the production crew that sets all this stuff up, makes the magic happen. And he's also one hell of a poker player. Let me take you back to my stage. When you put these on, you can always hear yourself and Julie. Julie's next to me. Whoever's sitting next to me on the headset, you hear Julie, yourself speaking, and you also hear your director in your ear. So sometimes you get kind of crazy. Actually, there's a lot that goes into it that you don't really see or hear, but these are our awesome new stages. Nice, strong panels. Yeah. It is Gandhi and Shockwave. So they are live in the action right now, commentating. Here, this area is all of the partner marketing, all the content, all the writing staff, anything like the live blog, the updates that go out on the website. All happens right here. They are on the go from 8 a.m. until the tournament day closes. They have a ridiculous schedule and they put in tons and tons of work. Looks like Incontrol is about to get interviewed by JP McDaniel right now. This is Dave Elliott. Dave Elliott is kind of the master guru, the god of it all, of all the production. And you don't really get his attention much unless it's really, really important. But he likes to have fun too. So. Okay, so these stations are actually in charge of capturing each and every stream so that when we want to rebroadcast it, bam. DJ Wheat, we got him. He's not casting right now. He just went on a rampage of commentating without any gameplay. It was incredible.
Yeah, fill some time.
How did you become so talented at just filling time?
I'll tell you what, it's all because of 2001, 2002, where the old game was 2 players or 2 teams have to find a server. So it almost became an art of trying to find the server that would give you the best advantage, but maybe your opponent's not so much. At that point, all you could do was just fill time. So I just got really good at talking.
It really is incredible, and what we do here and what it takes to run an MLG event. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is MLG Behind the Scenes.
Tom Ryan, also known as Ogre 2, hails from Pickerington, Ohio, just outside of Columbus.
48-46, all things looking good for the red team. Check out the confidence from Ogre 2 as he pushes in to finish it off.
He started his career playing Halo CE, winning his first MLG tournament at Halo Nationals in 2004. He went on to be part of a dominant run with twin brother Ogre 1, Strange Purple, and Clockwork on Team STK, until they were taken down by Walshy and Team Free For All. After losing, he formed Team Domination, featuring his brother Ogre 1, Killer N, and Walshy. They went on to win the first national championship for MLG and Halo 1. In the Halo 2 competition, the SDK team was comprised of the Ogre twins, Walshy, and Saiyan. They were by far the best team in the early stages of Halo 2, only dropping 1 tournament all year on their way to the national championship. In 2006, they changed their name to Final Boss, winning 3 out of 6 events, but fell to Team Carbon and the championships for a 2nd place finish.
Does he get the kill? Carbon wins the championship.
In 2007, they were back on top again, winning 4 of 6 tournaments, including a strong run in the championships, taking the crown without dropping a single game.
And Final Boss wins it! What an amazing finish to an incredible year final boss cementing their place in history with a 50-49 win, being challenged by multiple teams, but going down in history as the best Halo 2 team of all time.
During the Halo 2 era, Ogre 2 was voted the best overall player at the Pro Choice Awards in all 3 years, making a strong argument for his greatest of all time status. But in Halo 3, times got tough. Despite coming out strong and taking the first event, Final Boss fell on rough times, placing 7th in San Diego. After that disappointing showing, their gameplay did not improve. They went on to place 3rd and 4th at the next 2 events, eventually taking 4th place in the championships. After the 2008 season, Ogre 1 and Ogre 2 went their separate ways, but that arrangement did not help out Ogre 2 and his team Final Boss. In 2009, they consistently placed in the top 6 and were unable to improve regardless of whom they added to the team. They closed out the season with a disappointing 8th place finish at the National Championship, Ogre 2's worst placing in an MLG event. In 2010, things did not improve. However, in the middle of the year, Pistola was dropped from Team Triggers Down and immediately picked up by Final Boss, creating a dominating force. This new combination helped Final Boss win the last 3 events of the 2010 season, including the National Championship. In 3 different games over 7 seasons, Ogre 2 has won 4 out of the 7 National Championships. With the addition of Halo Reach to the circuit, Ogre 2 did not place well in the first event. This fueled an immediate team change. He left Final Boss and joined Roy and Lunchbox on Team Instinct to form what the gaming community has dubbed the God Squad. This group of talented pros placed first at the MLG event in Columbus in a transcendent 21-1 fashion. On Team Instinct, it would seem as if Ogre 2 has found his mojo yet again, and the sky is the limit for this dominant veteran. This week's match is a classic between TLO and Incontrol. With both players placing near the bottom of Pool D, this match was set to be an epic battle for survival.
So with all the effort TLO's
as a Terran player, TLO has the ability to drop nukes, which is incredibly hard to do effectively. He knew he didn't have much of a chance to win the game against Incontrol's huge army, so he dropped a nuke and baited his opponent's army to attack. With the trap set, TLO ran back behind the nuke as it detonated on Incontrol's forces. Ultimately, TLO came up short, but this incredible play and very intense game makes it a classic. Check out the highlights from Game 1 of this exciting match.
First, depowering the cannons, depowering the Dark Shrine even, and TLO is going to get this Nexus at the same time. Incontrol moving out across the map with a pretty strong army. He does have a couple of DTs mixed in there as well, and TLO's army is split up because of that attack. 5 Colossi for Incontrol, and does TLO have enough to defend this? I don't know. It's a pretty beefy army for Incontrol. TLO does have a good amount of Vikings right now. Zealous moving in with charge. They are going to go after a lot of the Marauders, and the Stalkers as well, blinking right up onto the high ground. This natural expansion for TLO looks like it's probably going to be lost. Scanning to take out some of the DTs. At the same time, of course, TLO has taken out this Nexus, but all the action is here in TLO's base. The Zealots are pretty much all dead right now, so Incontrol, you know, I almost wonder if he's kind of over pursuing this just a little bit, because those Marauders could do pretty well against all those Stalkers, although the Colossi definitely do shut that down to a great extent. TLO pulling back there. He's kind of waiting for this army to get back. If he can, I think maybe he can get kind of a nice pincer maneuver possibly on that snipe a few Colossi, but overall the game definitely looks like it's going in Incontrol's favor. Look at this, Incontrol even expanding again to the upper right position right now, taking out a ton of the production buildings of TLO. And you know, with the way this is going, I think we might see a bit of a last stand right now. TLO might be able to clean this army up. Here he comes right now, but I've got a feeling if this doesn't do it, we're going to see a GG from TLO. Here he comes from both sides with the Marauders, some medevacs, and that is going to be about it. The Colossi dancing their way down to the low ground there, getting away from the Marauders, and TLO does push the attack back. However, Incontrol, I mean, he's still around. He's still got the Colossi causing some damage. That one's going to die fairly quickly. DTs for TLO being spotted by the scan. So TLO does indeed clean this up, but he's lost a ton from this right now. 125 to 96 supply for TLO. The worker count 67 to 48, also favoring our Protoss player from Team EG. So right now, Incontrol, definitely, dare I say it, in control of this game. I'm sorry, it's the last time I'll say that. He does have that hidden base up there. He hasn't rebuilt his Nexus quite yet. Actually hasn't repowered his Dark Shrine either, interestingly enough. Looks like he is planning on moving some guys out to that now. Wouldn't be surprised if he repowered that again. as those DTs, you know, again, are so useful against Terran in the mid to late game. Incontrol getting his shield upgrades too, so really staying on top of the upgrades is Incontrol. 3-3 already. Let's check what TLO is at right now. He is only at 1-1, so with all the effort TLO's had to expend in defending and kind of trying to take a chunk out of his opponent, he's really fallen behind in the upgrades as well. And what is this? A nuke coming down from TLO, and this could actually work. Wow, great nuke timing for TLO. If this hits, I'm going to actually lose my mind. Oh, the army for Incontrol coming in right now. I can't believe it. Oh, the nuke taking out a lot of units of Incontrol. All those Colossi had such low health, but you know what, guys? I hate to say it. Incontrol is going to say it for me, though. Going out with a bang, my friend. And TLO, despite that great nuke, I think is probably going to GG fairly soon here. Yeah, Incontrol all over the place. TLO, GG's.
Here at MLG Weekly, we bring you the most comprehensive first looks at the hottest game releases. This week, Nexy takes a look at Duke Nukem and sets the record straight.
What's up, guys? It's Nexy. Now, there's a little game I've been waiting for about 12 years to drop. It goes by the name of Duke Nukem Forever, and I got it, man. I'm so excited. But there's a problem. All you game reviewers and editorial guys are giving this game bad reviews. Now, a guy by the name of Seth Sheasel at the New York Times, I got a bone to pick with you, my friend. First of all, you suck. Second of all, yes, the game's incomplete. It took 14 years to put this game out. It wasn't supposed to come out. The developers are doing us a favor by releasing it in the first place. And if you can't appreciate that, well, guess what? I can't respect you. You're the type of guy who goes to a strip club and complains about the dancing. I'm gonna show you why this game's great. Let's get it started. America! Duke Nukem Forever. So this sums it all up. The game starts out with you taking a piss. That's how I like to start my games off. Oh, look at that. Look at this guy. He looks like a bad man. Let's go get him. No! Duke, are you okay? Come on, aliens, where are you at? Give me back my women. Oh, there's a box in my way, lucky punk. Alright, now here you get your first weapon of the game. It's called the Devastator, and it's pretty bad. You get to use it against an alien you're about to see right now. Whoa! This guy looks like a bad. Now here are some tips for this level. You're coming up to the first boss of the game. He's basically really dumb, to put it simple. He's on a huge football field, a huge target on a huge football field, and you get a gun to use. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to strafe from left to right. Never stop strafing. If you run straight at him, you're going to run into problems. Next, hold down the trigger and aim for the head. If you're not that good at aiming, go ahead and aim for the body, but I like to aim for the head because I'm a pro. Let's do this. So you see me, I'm just going to strafe left and right. This guy sucks, man. Now here's where it gets challenging. You're going to run out of ammo quite often, so you're going to have to run up and down the football field to find your ammo resupply. Let's do it. Come here, you little ammo. And it comes with a lightsaber! Yeah! No, I'm just kidding. Come on, Cycloid, you're going down, bro. Alright, he's almost dead. I should only need one more ammo pack. I already found it. There it is. Scoop it up. Yeah, like I'm ever gonna get hit by that. If any of you guys ever get hit by a huge monster on a football field, flying in a straight line with huge blue flames coming out of his back, you suck. That's the kind of stuff that New York Times gets hit by, okay? Don't get hit by that. And then just stick to the strategy, folks. Left and right, left and right. You're going down. Alright, basically Cycloid's dead. I'm gonna hop on his back, and just to make sure he's not coming back, tap X to rip it out. There we go. And now the next part is what really makes Duke Nukem Duke Nukem. The little things, guys. This is the kind of stuff that Seth Sheasel overlooked. Oh, what's that, an eyeball? Hit square to kick a field goal? Yes, please. There you go, guys, the first level of Duke Nukem. Personally, I enjoy the game. I don't know what all the hatred's about. So if you're fun and enjoy cool things like I do, go ahead and pick up Duke Nukem Forever. I'll see you guys next time.
Well, that's a wrap on this week's show. See you next time on MLG Weekly, when we'll bring you the latest news and in-depth coverage in the world of competitive gaming.